Howdy doody everybody, my name is KevGuuey and welcome back to Companion. If you missed the last episode, you can click on the eye in the top of the video to watch the previous episode to get caught up. She raised her hands in a shrug and sighed deeply as if she pitied me. Who knows what girls your age are thinking? I began defensively, but Airi grinned and continued her assault. I can teach you.
在艾里老师的教导之下，只要1个礼拜，帮你了解女人心。
Well, we don't have 1 week. You teach me? I judged her figure, voice, and manner of speaking. She was a far cry from what a woman should be.
懵懂未知的学生可没有挑剔的权利哦。
Leaving it at that, she turned and headed toward the changing room. Her hair swung happily from side to side as she went, like the tail of an enthusiastic puppy. Huh. I was left alone inside the women's fashion boutique, with nothing to do except shake my head and sigh. I was Airi's elder by more than 10 years, and supposedly that much more hardened by reality. Yet here I was, being chided by a young girl for being too naive and innocent. Oh man. I couldn't help dwelling on Airi's joke. If mastering the subject of women took a week, then I was out of time. There wasn't even a week left. I was right. Airi returned to me in her original outfit, which was the same one I'd borrowed for her last night. The clothes seemed plain on her. They complemented her outgoing personality and charming ponytail. Yes, but I couldn't help but feel they didn't do justice to her natural good looks.
就买这样套吧。
Airi declared with a grin that flashed her canines. Her ponytail swished with each step. You'll be staying with me for 4 or 5 days? Don't you want to go home and grab some clothes? Even if Airi wanted to avoid her mom, it shouldn't be hard for us to make a stop at her place when she wasn't in.
不要啦，为了拿衣服就特地回去，多奇怪啊！而且，
She held her pointer finger in front of her lips and glanced at the ceiling lights at the upper left as if she'd thought of something enjoyable.
我只缺一种衣服而已，每个女孩永远都缺的那一种。
Which is what? What's that? I asked, knowing that I would never guess the correct answer anyway.
新衣服。
Oh. I pictured the 3 words in a speech bubble, separated by stars, and concluded with a heart. It was a tone that left me torn between whether to shake my head or smile. Alright, alright.
嘿，是要帮我付吗？我以为要自己出呢。
Do I seem that stingy? Of course I'd pay for you. Bystanders would probably think I was an older brother dragged along to go shopping by his younger sister. A strange combination, but it would only look stranger if she were the one to pay. I wouldn't have enough time to spend all my savings anyway. Might as well use the money to buy Airi's smile. Quite worth it, I thought. Well, I mean, I guess since, money's not gonna be worth anything. She snatched the bag in excitement as it was handed over by the clerk. The sight confirmed to me that my decision to pay for her had been a good one. It could have been my imagination, but ever since yesterday's events, I couldn't shake the impression that Airi's smile was somehow fake. Well, Airi's expression now, though, felt natural. Perhaps that too was just my imagination.
你猜要吃什么啊？
Airi stretched lazily as she swung her bag of purchases back and forth. It was hard to imagine that this relaxed girl in front of me and the timid girl from yesterday were the same person. Up to you. Let's say no more than 500 NT for each of us. Wait, NT? NT? 500 NT, that's Taiwanese money. Oh, we're in Taiwan? Oh, okay. I guess we're in Taiwan. I know NT because I've been to Taiwan and that's what they use, NT.
Huh?
Airi turned her head to blink at me. I could almost see the dollar signs reflected in her eyes.
吃牛排，西餐。
Okay. I smiled and agreed easily. Airi led the way and I suddenly found myself wishing for a sister like her. One much younger than me. Wait, how much is 500 NT? I know 30 is like $1. 30... isn't that like $8? I don't know. But that sounds very low. Oh no, that's $80. No, that's $8. That's 30 NT. Yeah. I'm confused now. Her swing ponytail and its blue ribbon fluttering in the breeze were almost hypnotic, and I was taken aback to when I'd been Airi's age.
买东西跟吃大餐是最能消除压力的方法呢。
Airi declared, walking backwards so she could continue to face me from ahead. She didn't seem to care that she might walk into innocent people this way. What stress? I asked without thinking. She didn't seem like the type to build up much of that.
很多啊。
Oh. Airi grinned and flashed her canines cutely. I knew that whatever she said next was bound to be trouble.
像昨天在我身上的。
Ah. Drew a few circles in the air she spoke. That turned away her gaze in slight embarrassment. I couldn't help but avert my gaze even though I knew there wasn't any point. That moment, Airi finally ran into someone coming the other way from behind her.
啊，不好意思。
Airi quickly reversed herself. The victim glared at her for a second, but then his expression softened. Being cute had its advantages. Airi clasped her hands behind her back and walked stiffly, almost marching as if repentant for her teasing.
不过你比想象中的还重耶。
Oh. Let's not talk about this.
哎呀，生气啦！
Airi tilted her head slightly and stuck out her tongue. She looked adorable, but I knew acknowledging that would grant her the upper hand. I tried to keep my expression serious and Airi sighed, looking bored. Good.
不过是要到哪里吃啊？我是不是该换个衣服比较好？
But why would it matter? We're outside already. She pinched the front of her shirt and stared at the census script written across it. My current outfit, a collared shirt paired with jeans, wasn't exactly formal, but it was better than Airi's crew neck t-shirt. It probably wasn't Airi's first time eating at an expensive steakhouse. Girls in her line of work tended to be carefree when spending money, and Airi was probably no exception. Wow. Well, I mean, I love steak, but like, I don't know if I can like be carefree, be spending money all the time for steak. We can eat wherever you want, actually. It's not as if we booked a table or anything. I was too hungry to care where we ate and tried to hint at this in my tone, but Airi seemed totally oblivious.
那还是先换一下衣服好了。
She said, swinging the bag in her hand with a rustle and sending me a smile that made my heart leap. Oh. Okay, fine.
不过这种天气，真不想走回去。 不如
Between my hunger and the heat of the sun beating down on me, I was ready too dizzy to answer clearly.
我在里面等，你开车过来接我，然后我们再出来。
Do I have a car? I don't think I have a car. Or not. Airi's cheeks puffed up in annoyance at my rejection. She could only remain mad for a couple of seconds though. It was hard to find the strength to stay angry under the scorching sun.
真不体贴！你看，再这样走下去，衣服都要湿了啦。昨天买的衣服又那么薄，内衣都被看到了啦。
Whose fault is that? And no, you're sweating. You sweating profusely is not gonna freaking get your clothes all wet from sweating. That doesn't. No. She paused as if she had just thought of something. She lifted an eyebrow and looked toward me with an expression that was a cross between contempt and shyness.
还是这才是你的目的呀？
Definitely not. I replied without hesitation. Airi covered her amused grin with one hand, and there wasn't anything I could do about it. Girls her age seemed to have a surprisingly wide range of expression. Even though Airi had the same basic facial features as everyone else, she was capable of a kaleidoscope of expression that was incredible to watch. Yay. When we'd set out, I had thought hunting for parking would make driving too much of a hassle. Taking the bus to wherever we planned to eat after shopping and what had seemed a good plan to me, but I hadn't counted on Airi wanting to go home first. Oh, so we do have a car. Finally, I convinced her to walk home with me. There was no way I was going with her suggestion. Heading back to grab the car, then return to pick her up would take too long. I still brought her an iced coffee to make up for it. Got lots of calories, I reminded her, and she just rolled her eyes at me. Lots of calories, woo! We climbed 3 flights of stairs to get back to my apartment. Inside, I left the air conditioning off. I felt so hot my skin could have been on fire, and sweat from my back had soaked completely through my shirt. I leaned against the door frame, pondering whether to take a shower before leaving, Airi kept glancing at me as if she wanted to say something. I was too tired to ask her what the problem was. Instead, I scratched my eyebrows and take a questioning look.
房间或客厅，不要一次占用两边啦。
What? Eh? Why?
我要换衣服。真是的，怎么连这个都察觉不到啊？
Oh, so? You freaking... We did the thing yesterday night. What does it matter? Airi actually seemed to be angry this time. She pressed facial tissue against her temple, framing her ruddy cheeks and glared at me as if to say, if you don't leave now, I'm gonna strip in front of you. You please, Your Highness. I raised one hand toward the room and bowed. Airi assumed the role of princess and glided inside without acknowledging my gesture, and the door slammed behind her. I mean, it's okay, right? Oh wait, I just remembered. I remembered the big trouble. Never mind, it would be bad. Big trouble thing. Big trouble thing. Felt snubbed. What was her deal? It wasn't as if I hadn't seen her naked before. Oh yeah, that too. Perhaps I should take a shower, but my clothes were in the room with Airi. I should have grabbed them earlier. I didn't have the strength to move from where I was sitting. I mentally reviewed the items in my fridge, but couldn't recall it holding any emergency rations that might save me from starvation. The sound of clothes against skin came from beyond the door, but I was too tired to think of even that.
你一定在想，没穿衣服都看过了，换衣服有什么好害羞的？
You're right. Nah, I'm too hungry to care.
那你说为什么还要在房间里面换？
Why? Maybe you feel embarrassed? Who knows? And why should I even answer this question? I heard a sigh from inside the room and involuntarily leaned away from the door. At that exact moment, Airi emerged. From my position on the floor, my gaze was level with her shorts. Her exposed thighs were perfect. Not too thick, not too thin. Perhaps I could have seen something even better if I had leaned back a bit more.
配合西餐厅的高级气氛呐、想得很周到，对吧？如果能配上昨天那套衣服就更好啦。唉，没办法，那套衣服完全没干。
Not going anywhere as high class as that. Where do you think we're going? Oh. That's kind of nice. Aww. Wait, are those the training chopsticks? Like, it doesn't look like there's a split between the top. It looks like she's using training chopsticks. What? What kind of restaurant are we at anyways? Well, anyways, we'll find out in the next episode of Companion where we're at, because I don't know what kind of chopsticks those are, but they look like training chopsticks. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this episode of Companion, then please slime that like button and subscribe down below for more awesome videos. And don't forget to hit that bell too. Thank you everybody for watching this episode, and you will hear me in the next one. Goodbye!